Out there with Wayne Ellington. Then there's Johnson, and it's Young, and it's Lopez, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
There's a good screen. The three from Sefolosha, and the shot is good. Sefolosha's got the lead, back up to 8 now for the Hawks.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth, here we go.
Now here's Korver, following the miss by Brook Lopez. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Teague drives in. Second shot opportunity. Lopez with the block. They retain possession. Sefolosha misses.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
To the middle. Johnson against Millsap. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 6. Back to Lopez. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. 13 points for Brook Lopez.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Now here's Teague. 8 points his last outing.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Hawks were so dominant last year and were the first team to clinch their spot in the postseason.
Hawks also would wrap up the top seed in the East and were able to advance against the Nets in 6 games.
And it's sent back by Horford. Teague dishes to Millsap. Here's Sefolosha. Kept alive, but he stays with it. The feed to Horford. The Hawks working the ball around. Outside Korver. He's looking for Horford and finds him. Puts up the baby hook. The shot is off. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
You know, in the second round, the Hawks had a bit of trouble once again with the Wizards. Were able to get by them despite going down 2-1 in that series. Seemed like they were out of gas against the Cavs in the next round.
The Hawks leading by 4. Outside Teague. A floater, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 6 rebounds in the game. Ellington, no luck. Good work defensively by Millsap.
And really, with the Hawks in the postseason, they just ran out of help. I mean, the Korver injury, the Carroll injury were huge against the Cavs. And when you lose that much talent, you can see why they were swept out of that conference finals. Don't forget, they also lost Sefolosha prior to the playoffs.
Here's Sloan after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Johnson kicks to Young. Back to Johnson. Down low. Atlanta with the rebound. Horford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Passes it to Korver. Back to Teague. Picked by Horford. And it's Korver in the corner. Shot's good. And it's an 8-point Hawks lead.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Horford. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
They've definitely had a hot hand from 3-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Atlanta making a switch here. Splitters checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Markel Brown, he's checked in for Wayne Ellington. So it's Brooklyn now. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. Johnson outside. Young outside. Sloan passes to Johnson. And again, it's the Nets missing.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Outside Teague. There's the pick. Millsap a screen on Johnson. And Teague, here we go. Joe Johnson pulls it in.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And Paul Millsap, guys, the only player to lead the NCAA in rebounding 3 straight seasons back in college. A former second-round pick, was kind of slept on, but now clearly making his mark in the NBA.
Here's Sloan. Lopez a screen. Brown outside. He kicks it to Lopez. The 9-foot shot. That misses off the backboard.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated to this lead.
Now here's Teague. Millsap at the elbow. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Lopez a screen. Johnson outside. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Nets have shot just above 55% of the line, going 5 of 9. No good on that one.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often that's the case for this team.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Millsap. Ken Bazemore comes in for Cephalosha. Max checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Teague. And a new group in for the Nets. Bargnani is checked in for Lopez. Robinson comes in for Johnson. Bogdanovich is checked in for Markel Brown. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Donald Sloan. Here's Mack. With some arc. Here's Schroeder. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Hawks lead by 8.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Here's Larkin. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Guys, Bargnani was compared to several other international players when he came out. Some said he was Nowitzki. Others thought he might be more like Yao Ming in terms of impact. Ming was the only other player taken 1 overall who had never played high school or college hoops.
And going back to international comparisons, Bargnani was keeping some pace with Nowitzki over his first 5 years. But that's when the injury bug laid into him, and that's not been the case.
You know, and Bargnani was really starting to play great on the offensive end, and defensively, he started to make an impact. But Nowitzki, on the other hand, just kept rising all the way to that true Hall of Fame status. Bargnani still searching.
Here's Larkin following the 3 by Atlanta. Young's shot is off.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass. So, Kevin, we've got a moment now to look back to last year's Atlanta Hawks. Second in assists, second in three-point field goal percentage. And they also showed up in the top 5 in shooting percentage. This is a team that knows how to execute its offense and get good shots.
And from those assist numbers, you can see this was a very unselfish team. Their passing was really infectious and made them a tough team to defend.
Here's Larkin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And Bogdanovich kicks to Larkin. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight. I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And Kent Bazemore, the long-armed lefty out of Old Dominion, where he was the Division I Defensive Player of the Year back in 2011, a 5-year senior. He graduated with 2 degrees, one in criminal justice, the other in human services.
Here's Larkin. To the inside. It's tipped. Bogdanovich uses the glass to finish the layup. Bogdanovich has got 6 points.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Splitters it to Bazemore. To the left side wing. Splitter sets a screen. Mack, good. Mack's got the lead up to 13 now for the Hawks.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. There's a screen by Robinson. Larkin dishes to Robinson. Now the pass to Young. Kept alive.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Injuries have certainly taken their toll on Bargnani, culminating in disaster last season. Greg suiting up for only 29 games, the fewest ever in his career.
Yeah, I mean, he had a series of leg injuries, the hammy, the calf. Really unfortunate part about it is that he has so much talent, but yet really to develop that on the floor because of all the issues.
Al Horford, he's checked in for Splitter. Wayne Ellington's checked in for the Nets. Here's Mack. Ellington defending. 5 to shoot. Here's Mack. Not really his range, and it's off target.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And that one's good. Bogdanovich has got 4 points now in the quarter. The Hawks leading by 12. Schroeder up top. Comes up empty down low. Ellington can't hit. And we've reached halftime in this one. The Hawks on top, up by 12. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, we have Brooke Lopez with us. Tell us about your defensive approach to the game tonight.
You know, for us, it's just a matter of helping each other out. I want to be on my toes, you know, ready to help. And if the chance, you know, one of my guys on the wing gets beat, I want to be there for it, you know? I always want to be there to help my team.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They are leading by 12. All right, Big Diesel, your take.
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the board, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys have been battling, putting everything they had to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to their lead.
Kenny, how'd you think the Nets were playing?
Well, it's good to be physical, but there's a line that you don't want to cross. You can't constantly give up free throw chances by fouling guys too aggressively. You have to get back in this game by staying poised, smart, and avoid fouling.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.